For this video, we're going to be learning how to use the American Red Cross Instructor Network or Instructor Portal. So when you're on Google, you want to go ahead and start off by looking up ARC Instructor Corner. Once you have gotten that page up, it's going to be the first one that pops up, and it'll bring you to the home page. Once you're in the home page, you want to go ahead and log in. Once you log in, you will go ahead and see the initial welcome to the instructor corners for the Red Cross. In this page, you will find all your certifications, your course record entry, if you want to buy items from the Red Cross, and also you can create a support case in case you're having problems with any of the programs. And you can also click to chat during normal working hours. In that home page, you also have the ability, if you're going to be teaching a class, to go in there and selecting what type of class you're going to be teaching, and you can pull up your resources for whatever course that you are going to be planning to teach to your students. For example, we're going to go ahead and use basic life support. You would click on that. Then, after you click on Basic Life Support, you can look at your participant material. In your participant material, if you need to print out manuals, you can go ahead and print those out and hand those to your students during training. If you want to purchase the materials ahead of time to distribute in the course, you can go ahead and do so too. The next part in the portal is your instructor material, your core material. In here, it'll give you the instructor guide for the blended course. It'll also give you the instructor guide for the instructor-led course. Plus, it'll also give you the course presentation manager, and then it's going to break it down and give you a couple of the other courses that are part of the class for your students to take if you want to expand on it, or if you're having problems with the presentation. And also give you a few little scenarios that you can work with your student. The next part on the BLS section, it'll go over some communication, rapid assessment, and again, it'll give you more videos for you to use during your training session, like pocket mask use, single rescue CPR for adults, BVM use, AED use, so on and so forth. And then again, also some scenarios. You also have in here some teaching resources where you can pass to your students additional algorithms for how they can take care of a patient, like for CPR, for adults, also for infants. You'll also have a copy of the exams, and that's about it for the BLS part. The next section that we will go over are your resources that are available. In here, you can click on it, and you can either set up a class, submit classes, do some type of administration information about a course. You can learn about the sciences, why the Red Cross does things the way they do when it comes to CPR, AED, ALS, water safety, so on and so forth. And then some of the how-to informational videos that they have. If you're wondering how to recertify, there's also a section in there which breaks down the requirements for you to recertify as an instructor. Or if you want to update and become an instructor trainer, you can also do that. If you are an instructor from American Heart Association, American Safety and Health Institute, and you want to cross over to teach some of the Red Cross classes, you have to go ahead and do what's called the bridging course. And again, you will learn how to do that. In the community section, the community section is basically almost like a little discussion board section where you can go in there and see who the members are, and they'll talk about whatever topic is there, whether it's first aid, CPR, talk to a Red Cross expert, lifeguards, and so on and so forth. The news section, if you click on the news section, basically it gives you the latest guideline updates and little pamphlets that they've distributed. Talks about water safety affiliations and other things like that it would be good to have as an instructor. So to also make sure that if there's an update coming up, that you are able to read it. The next part is a candidate. And here, basically, all the candidates have their resources there if they want to become an instructor for any of these sections that are here. And then the final section are questions. In this part, you have the basic question and answer session, where these are some of the most common questions that are set up. Again, you can also create a support case. You can chat with a representative, or if there's a problem with the question and answer section in there, you can also report that. We're going to go back to the home page now. In the home page, like I mentioned earlier, if you needed to look up a student or you wanted to record the class that you just taught and put the students in there, the way that you would do that, you would click on the course record entry. After you have clicked on the course record entry, you will go to enter courses with fees. You also can do without fees, but only certain courses fall under that guideline. Or you can also do some of the swim classes, but again, only certain courses fall under those guidelines. But for CPR, we're going to click on this section right here. It'll bring you to a different login screen. In here, go ahead, you would enter your information and sign in. If you want to look up a participant, let's say that they have not gotten their CPR card, what you do, you click on search participants. It'll bring you to a different login screen, which you're going to go ahead and log in. And now you're going to type in their name. If you don't know their first name, that's fine. You can leave it blank. And then if you just go by their last name, it'll bring down the list of all the personnel with that same last name. You just want to make sure that you find the right person that you're looking for. And from there, you can basically print out their certificates, email it back to them. You can print out a mini wallet card and whatever else needs to be done. Once you've completed doing that, and you want to go ahead and enter a new course, you would go to create a new course record, select your organization, and then just follow the steps step by step on what needs to be entered in there, to include adding your instructor, and then later on the next screen, adding the names of the student and their email addresses. Once you're done, you can go back to the home page and have it available and ready to go again, or you can go ahead and completely log out. That concludes this training session. Hopefully you all have a good rest of the training.